Well, I've enjoyed it very much. It's been almost 30 years next year, and I really got involved in working with children and families at the probate court when I was a law clerk. And we had a child that came in that was very sick, and he had been given bourbon in his bottle to try to just sedate him and keep him out of the way. And I felt so sorry for him that I started thinking about other families and children that needed help. And in the meantime, my father died, and he left mother with 4 children, and I was the oldest of the 4. And so I knew the issues of being a single mom, you know, bringing up 4 children like that, young children particularly. I was the oldest, 13, so we were 2 years apart. And my grandparents lived there, and they were huge, tremendous help, but it still had its issues. And so I was sympathetic to that, and I've always loved children. And when I got to Columbus, back down there, I talked to Judge Kennon and asked him, Judge Aaron Cohn, talked to him, told him I was interested, and he said, I'd love for you to come over and do some things for us. And so I served as chief cook and bottle washer with public defender, guardian ad litem, whatever came along, and even sat in on hearing a few cases from time to time as pro tem. And when the time came and he needed me, I was appointed part-time as a 2-day judge, which I did for probably 17 years, and learned a lot again under him. And then finally, probably 10 years ago, 11, 12, I was appointed full-time judge. When I was thinking back, really, there was a girl that came in on every kind of drug. She had 12 different drugs or something in her, and she was pregnant. And I was afraid she was going to die. And we really didn't have what she needed. Somebody sponsored her at a Teen Challenge, and she went down there and did a complete turnaround and came back clean, had a healthy baby, and she interrupted drug court one day, and she came in and said, Judge, I just wanted you and all of your team and all these children here today that are listening to know that I had a healthy baby, and that I was carrying this baby, that I almost died, and that thanks to the drug court and all the things that you put in place, that all of you put in place, my baby is doing great, I'm doing great, and I just want to thank you. And you know, those are the kind of things. You don't get that very often, but when you do, it really tugs at your heartstrings. I've been in the Council of Juvenile Court Judges for a long time, and I've also worked with NCJ, FCJ. I was treasurer there and on the board for 6 years. I really want to try to enhance all of their courts with some of the things that I've been able to put in place, because some of the rural courts just don't have the money. We don't either, and we write a lot of grants, but we have more than some of these real small areas. And so what I'd like to do is try to help them. I'm a history buff, so, and you know, I read the Bible every morning, first of all, and then for recreation, I love history. And so I read a lot about Washington's life. I read a lot about Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton and, excuse me, all of our founding fathers. Also, I like all kinds of history, so I read others, medieval history and anything that's true, I guess, or at least held to be true. And because I enjoy it, because I think history repeats itself.